If you would have told me I was going to do an emergency drop on Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton, I would have told you you're bugging. I would have probably had a video ranting about it like I've done previously. I would have probably dropped that on like Monday or something. But this, they just sold Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I think everybody agreed the match was going to be a good match. I think we all agreed that. But what they went out there and did tonight, that is how you tell a story. Now I'm like, oh nah, let me see this match. This was perfect. And let's talk about Tiffany Stratton, okay? Tiffy went out there in Chicago, the best wrestling crowd outside of Madison Square Garden in New York City. I'm biased, New York all day. Tiffany Stratton, Miss Tiffy time, went out there and got her comeback. She dogged walked Charlotte tonight. And I loved every minute of it. Everything Tiffany had to say to Charlotte, it made sense. It made sense. She took what was lacking in the storyline, which was real life. There is nothing Tiffany can say to Charlotte in the wrestling business. There's nothing. Charlotte is Flair as a wrestler. No matter if people call her the second, she'll always come second to Ric Flair. Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. People don't like to hear that, and I understand why they don't like to hear that. But Charlotte Flair is the greatest of all time. Whether you want to call it nepotism or whatever you want to, I don't give a damn. She's the greatest. She's a GOAT. GOAT for sure. GOAT. So at 25, what can Tiffany say on a wrestling level to Charlotte? But Charlotte Flair went on the Sherry Talks TV, the Sherry interview show, talk show with the host. Her name is Sherry. And Charlotte Flair was talking about her, she had her knee injury and how that was hard for her. And then she talked about her divorce from Andrade, which makes sense because Andrade's back in the WWE. We haven't seen Andrade since Charlotte Flair returned. Probably because they're probably repackaging him and sending him to Monday Night Raw. Divorces are weird. It get like that. So I'm like, ooh, okay. Charlotte's talking about it, how it was hard for her. She didn't want anybody to know that she failed again. And I'm not going to lie to you. I was watching this video today. And when I'm watching this video, the first thing I'm thinking is, Tiffany needs to use this. Tiffany, this is what you need to use to attack Charlotte. And honestly, if this would have happened after the Royal Rumble and say they wanted Tiffany to be a heel, this is what she should have went at. She should have went, if Tiffany went this low months ago, they probably would be booing her out of the building. But this was perfect because the Chicago, they booed Charlotte out of the building. They hated Charlotte. She was getting Dom Mysterio heat out there. So with that, everything Tiffany said was going to work. And Tiffany said the right things to make it even better. Tiffany had a closing line that was so cold, it was outrageous. I'm 25 years old, and I'm the women's champion. What were you doing at 25 years old? You were playing volleyball, getting drunk in your dad's basement. I was like, oh, Tiffany, what's going on? What's this? Oh, you can get spicy. Okay, tough. Then Tiffany tells Charlotte, you ain't shit. And I'm like, Tiffy is out here gunning. And I like how Charlotte tried to throw her off. And Tiffany's confidence in what she was saying was evident because Tiffany did not back down. And Tiffany said, you're on a TV talk show crying and boo-hooing. And she said, how you're going to leave WrestleMania is how you're going to leave in life. Alone. I was like, wait, what? And then she says, what are you, Charlotte? 0-3? Yo, well, I tell you, I fell on the floor when she said that. Excuse me? What? Tiffany? You showed me something tonight. Now I know why you got that Paradigm deal as your representation and agent or blah, 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 blah. Yo, to say that to Charlotte Flair in Chicago, to go to that, sign me up. That's what I needed to see. That's what this feud desperately needed. This was insane, and this was incredible. I loved every single bit of this segment from Tiffany Stratton, from Charlotte Flair. This was awesome. And now we got to get back to SmackDown. I just had to stop and say hello to my people and talk about that because that promo got me fired up because I am so proud of your WWE Women's Champion. Because if you don't know, now you know. It's Tiffy time in this mug. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. Forever gang, like, comment, and subscribe. I love you. I appreciate you. And until forever finds you.